We welcome you here to the Student Activity Center on the campus of Indiana University South Bend for Fall Media Day. My name's Tanner Camp here for Women's Soccer Media Day, and I'm here joined by Hayli Marsch, the sophomore here from Ohio. And Hayli, I tell you what, we look at last season. Of course, the record is tough, but this is a program that, when you really think about it, last season was only the second true full season for this IU South Bend women's soccer team. Started in 2019, then of course eventually COVID happened, and so really just a couple years ago was the first season, and of course you came on to this team. So just tell us a little bit about last season and what you really learned, because it's never easy to just only have one win and stay motivated to want to keep going. So tell us a little bit about last season.
Yeah, so with last season, it was a great bunch of girls that we had. We all were like, some of them were new to the program too, in soccer in general, but we really were just trying to make a team and get through the season and, you know, just really try our best at the games. And overall, even though the record doesn't look great, you had to really be there to see our games because we tried really hard. We kept them, almost all the teams, the first half, a 0-0 score. And then towards the end, obviously fitness, we got tired, everything else, but we all really did put in our all. And overall, I think it was a great season, even though it was only one win, and it really can only go up from here.
Yeah, and I was there for a majority of those home matches at least, and you can check out all those games on our website at rrsn.com. We'll have all the Titans homes games at Newton Park in Lakeville, Indiana, and I agree with you absolutely. The reality is that even though the record book won't show that, if you were there, it slowly improved. I saw the team make great passes and make great connections, and you were such a big part of that. You and players like Katie Jones were such a huge part of that success. So just tell us a little bit about what that was like, because take me back to when you were first recruited. It's never easy to go on campus and just be you're going to be thrown right away into the mix of you're going to have to be a key contributor. So just tell us a little bit about that process of coming here to IU South Bend and joining Bobby's team.
Yeah, so I honestly wasn't even thinking about playing college soccer to begin with, but then I heard Bobby had this program. He was kind of trying to create this team. He was still in the process of it and everything. So I wanted to be a part of starting that program and helping him out. And just coming into it, I really was a little bit nervous because I knew that I was going to end up being a little bit of a key player. And I knew that I was going to have to play all 90 minutes. And just playing all 90 minutes your freshman year is a little bit intimidating, especially all the upperclassmen year-round and things like that. But they made a great space for us, and we all got along great. And honestly, they made it feel like home. It was a great experience.
And now we look at this roster, and when I talk about if there's nothing else this season, this new roster that Bobby has put together it actually makes me so happy to see. Not only do you guys return 10 players from last year's team, you bring in 12 freshmen and 12 different newcomers, and all of which, and I've seen a couple of these players because they played during some of the soccer games that we've done, and these are some really good players you guys have brought in, and Coach Barnes has said that he is just so excited about this group because this is a team that has had soccer experience, has played a lot, and has played at that competitive level here in Indiana and other parts of the state and outside the Midwest as well. This is a roster. So when you just take a look, what was your kind of reaction when you hear about all these newcomers coming in, joining Coach Barnes' squad, and above anything else, giving you guys a little bit of a rest?
I was so excited because, first of all, most of them, there was one ID camp is all it took. And that ID camp, they all a bunch of them committed, and I saw it happening in real time. And I was just so excited because I didn't realize so many people were going to end up coming, seeing our record from last year was a little bit nerve-wracking, but it really was great. Bobby has a great attitude. He's great at recruiting, so that really helped. And I was just so excited because I'm going to get to play with all these new players. We're going to get to connect passes and really just, be able to play a real soccer game, get it up the field, and be competitive. So I was really excited about that.
Yeah, about 12 at most sometimes on the roster last year, and this year now 26, so 14 additional players in that regard. And then you take a look again at just Coach Barnes. I mean, he had this vision to want to really turn this program around. And as you've always said, these things just take time. You can't just fix it in one season. But just tell us a little bit about the impact that Coach Barnes has already made, again, only in your sophomore campaign, but just his mindset of wanting to do better for this program and for this campus. And, of course, he has already had a phenomenal coaching career. So just tell us a little bit about that impact that Coach Barnes has already made for you, because he's such a good and positive spirit, and it really reflects every time I have conversations with him.
Yeah, he always has, like, no matter what, we lose a game, whatever, he has the best attitude and mindset, and it's just really helpful as as players because you don't want to always be degraded and things like that. So his positive attitude just makes us want to keep playing, and that has a lot to do with the players that we've got come to the team. His attitude, it's just he's really a great coach. We're really lucky to have him here coaching us, and he's already helped us so much this season. I mean, we've only had one game and it's gone great. And just practices and everything else.
What are some of the things that you've worked on? Because I've talked with their other sportscasters, you were already such a big part thrown in right away. The team scored 4 goals, and you had one of those, and just had an impact on the field, especially in the kind of midfield area, and basically having to play a little bit of everything up top or on the defensive side of things. So what are some of the things over the summer that you worked on, knowing that you're going to have a lot of new players coming in, and you're going to be looked upon right away as someone they're going to have to look to for advice? So what are some of the things that you worked on personally to get yourself ready for the season?
So I did a lot of fitness tests. He sent us a list of fitness tests we should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I did those just to make sure I was in shape and ready to go. And then he also sent us different drills we could do. So just on our own, get the cones out, do dribbling through the cones, passing. Definitely did a lot of crossing, helping my footwork, shooting, things like that as well, just to help me personally. Juggling, help with my touch. Just getting back in the groove of things, Yeah.
Now, finally, we'll give you a wrap-up here as we get ready for things. Hayli Marsch and the IU South Bend Titans are going to have a good season if this happens. What is it that the Titans have to do to have a good season?
For us to have a good season, really, I feel doing well is being a part of a team. So for us to do well, I feel we all just need to connect and have those positive attitudes, because already we're doing team bonding things like that. I feel that is so important to be able to do well. It's your player, your teammates, their positive,
mm-hmm.
their weaknesses, and also their strengths, and you can build off of each other in that way, just to make sure that you're helping with each other on the field. If that makes sense.
No, absolutely. Well, Hayli, I'm looking forward to getting to watch you and the entire team play this season. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hope to see a couple more Titans wins. Hayli, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck this season.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Once again, Hayli Marsch for the IU South Bend Titans, looking to have a big-time year. 20-plus players now on this team, and you can check out all their matches from Newton Park in Lakeville, Indiana, on our website at rrsn.com. We'll be back with more coverage for IU South Bend Women's Soccer Media Day here at the Student Activity Center in South Bend, Indiana. We'll be back after this on the Regional Radio Sports Network.